The saying, "a nod is as good as a wink," is an idiomatic expression often used to convey the idea that a subtle or indirect hint or suggestion is just as effective as a more explicit or overt communication. In other words, it suggests that people can understand each other's intentions or messages, even when they are not explicitly stated. At its core, this saying emphasizes the power of nonverbal communication, body language, and context in conveying meaning. It implies that in certain situations, a simple nod of the head or a wink of the eye can effectively communicate an idea, agreement, or understanding without the need for lengthy explanations or explicit statements. The origin of this phrase can be traced back to the idea that people often use subtle cues and gestures in social interactions to convey their thoughts or intentions discreetly. For example, in a conversation, a nod of the head can indicate agreement or acknowledgment without the need to verbalize it explicitly. Similarly, a wink of the eye can suggest shared understanding or a secret message. In practice, a nod is as good as a wink can be applied in various social and interpersonal situations. For instance, in a group discussion, a participant might nod to indicate agreement or support for a particular idea without interrupting the speaker. In this context, the nod serves as a nonverbal affirmation of the speaker's point. Additionally, the saying can be used humorously to acknowledge that a message is intentionally vague or understood to have a hidden meaning. For example, if someone makes a sly comment and follows it with a wink, it signals to the listener that the comment should not be taken entirely at face value. The saying also highlights the role of context and shared understanding in communication. It suggests that in relationships where individuals are familiar with each other's tendencies, gestures, and unspoken cues, a nod or a wink can convey a wealth of information and meaning. However, it's important to note that the effectiveness of nonverbal communication, such as nods and winks, relies heavily on context and the existing rapport between individuals. In some cases, misinterpretation can occur, leading to confusion or misunderstanding. In literature and storytelling, a nod is as good as a wink can be used to create tension, humor, or intrigue. Characters might exchange knowing nods or winks to suggest a hidden agenda or plot, adding depth to the narrative and engaging the audience's imagination. In conclusion, a nod is as good as a wink underscores the power of nonverbal communication and the idea that subtle gestures and cues can effectively convey meaning and understanding. It emphasizes the importance of context and shared familiarity in interpreting these nonverbal signals. This saying serves as a reminder that effective communication is not solely dependent on words, but also on the nuances of human interaction and the unspoken cues that often play a significant role in conveying messages and building connections.